My wife unlived herself and I am angry she died 3 months ago and I am still in shock and disbelief that she is really gone. Both my wife and I are 25 and we have 2 kids ages 7 and 3. My 7-year-old daughter seems to be dealing with her death better than I am. I have been with my wife since we were both only 11 years old. When we were both 15 she got pregnant and we were super excited to have this baby. We found out it was a girl and named her Alice after a character in a movie we both like. Unfortunately she had a late-term miscarriage when she was 6 months along. After her miscarriage she turned suicidal to the point where she had to be in a mental hospital for months. Her parents were abusive to her and were treating her horribly during this time. When she was finally discharged she decided that she can no longer live with her parents, so she moved in with my dad and I. We were 16 at this time and she seemed happier. We were constantly partying, but she kept talking about how much she misses Alice. We got her cremated and she would spend hours talking to her ashes and crying that she isn't here. About a year later, when we were 17 and in our senior year of high school, we found out that she was pregnant again. It was a girl and my wife was happy because though this was a reincarnation of Alice. She even decided to name this baby after another character from the same movie Alice is from. But as her pregnancy went on she realized that this baby isn't Alice. And even after she gave birth to our daughter she told me that she doesn't love her as much as she loves Alice. I told her to start therapy but she refused. Soon after we moved out of my dad's house and into our own apartment. She felt really lonely with this move, especially since I worked a full-time job and she was at home all day with the baby. She kept telling me that she wished we didn't have our daughter and that Alice was here instead. She started working so she could get out of the house. She ended up hating it and quit a month later. About a year after this, when we were 19, I proposed to her. She was super excited to be a fiancé and kept telling me how she wants to spend the rest of her life with me, but that it would be better if it was just us and not our daughter. 2 years later, when we were 21, my wife found out that she was pregnant again. I asked her if she wanted to keep it and she told me that she really does and that she thinks this baby could be Alice reincarnated, unlike our daughter. When we found out it was a boy, she began trying to unlive herself again and had to be put in a mental hospital for 2 weeks. The only thought that kept her going was that maybe God sent Alice as a boy. Towards the end of her pregnancy we got married and bought a house. After she gave birth she told me that she didn't just not love this baby, she didn't like him at all. During the next few years before her death she would constantly talk about Alice and cry about how she misses her so much while telling me about how she wishes we never had our children. She unlived herself on the 10-year anniversary of Alice's death. She wrote in her suicide note that she realized that there is no one on this earth that she loves more than Alice and that she needs to go be with her, even if that means leaving all of us behind. I am feeling a lot of emotions, but mostly I am angry at her because why do you care more about your miscarriage from 10 years ago than your 2 living children or me? Our daughter told me that she's not that sad about her mom's death because she knows that she never loved her. It breaks my heart that my child feels that way and that I know that it's true. And now my kids will never have a mom again. But as much as I'm mad at her, I love that girl more than anything since the moment I met her in middle school. It's just a sad situation to be in. I don't know